How do you make an impact, a tangible impact as a leader? See, to me, it's more than driving revenue and cutting costs. It's about inspiring change, fostering innovation, and leaving a legacy that extends far beyond the bottom line. If you want to make a lasting impact, I want to give you some actionable strategies. Let's dive in. The first step in making an impact is first understanding the breadth and depth of your influence. Let's talk about that for a second. See, as a leader, your words matter, your decisions matter, and your actions matter. Whether you realize it or not, you're being watched. Every leader is. Others observe what you say or fail to say. They notice how you say something and your mannerisms when you don't speak up. They observe the decisions you make and the way you make them. And they also notice those decisions, for honest, that you tend to avoid. As a leader, others watch what you do and what you fail to do. Trust me when I say this. Your team will mirror everything you do, your work ethic, your attitude, and your level of commitment. I share this with you not to scare you, but to raise your level of consciousness about how you show up. It matters. If you want to be the leader that others want to follow, you must embody the attributes that you wish to see in other people. You must become a walking billboard for the habits and behaviors you want others to exhibit. When I talk with others about their impact, their leadership impact, the one word that always emerges in those conversations is transparency. See, those leaders who struggle are the same leaders who actually lack transparency. Let me be clear. Open and honest communication builds trust and credibility. Both are essential for effective leadership. If you want to make an even greater impact than you are today, I suggest you become more self-aware. See, this is hard for a lot of leaders, but I tell you this because self-awareness is the critical attribute I bring up with every single person I coach and train. You ask anyone who's ever worked with me, and they will tell you that our first set of discussions focuses on building what I refer to as your awareness muscle. See, every leader needs to raise their level of awareness, and that practice starts with the person in the mirror. See, when I talk about words matter, decisions matter, actions matter, we can all intellectually understand those concepts. However, the conversation changes dramatically when we evaluate them in the context of the person in the mirror. See, the best leaders that I know are those that are continually trying to grow. They regularly reflect on their own leadership style, their strengths, and their areas of improvement. Every leader, and I mean every single leader I've ever worked with, who raises their self-awareness also raises their impact. That correlation is dramatic. Think about it. How can you not? If you're observing yourself, you're going to understand what works and what doesn't. And you're probably going to start to experiment with ways that you can improve the things that don't. Yeah, there's going to be some times you're going to, maybe it's easier for an outsider to highlight critical growth areas, but that foundation starts with self-awareness. Those are that's the big area where you can increase your impact. And there's also some other less complicated ones that can help you get some quick wins. So now let's talk about that for a second. First is foster a culture of innovation. Just don't overcomplicate innovation. As a leader, all you got to do is create an environment where new ideas are encouraged and tested and even implemented. Encourage risk-taking. See, you got to empower your team to take calculated risks. And then you got to celebrate their successes and also their failures as opportunities for learning. You got to look for ways to break down silos. I personally hate silos. Why? Because it creates an us and them culture, which causes all kinds of problems. As a leader, you need to promote cross-functional collaboration because that's the kind of collaboration that's going to spark creativity and uncover new solutions to complex problems. You also got to invest in personal development. That area alone will dramatically increase your impact. You got to provide opportunities for professional growth. Do you know how many businesses talk about this but don't do it? I once had a leader when I was talking about this. I brought it up to him, and he says, like, he was come back, was like, but what if we train them and they leave? I was like, are you kidding me? What if you don't and they stay, right? I mean, think about it. The true measure of a leader's impact is the trail of other leaders behind them who are carrying their vision forward. You got to invest in mentoring and development the next generation, right? And you got to recognize that your team is your greatest asset, no matter how good you are. You also got to build meaningful relationships. I talk about allies a lot. Why? Because they shorten your journey. You got to dig your well before you're thirsty. See, the connections you forge both in and outside your business are going to amplify your influence and impact. These connections can offer valuable insights, perspective, support, and collaboration. You got to serve other people too, right? You got to, like, leadership is a service. You work for your team, and you have an opportunity to emerge as someone who is extremely helpful, someone who generally cares about other people, someone others who just would go through a brick wall for. And the only way you get that kind of loyalty is if you have the mentality of serving other people. And the one area I didn't mention, but deserves highlighting, is embracing change. And that's a big topic, so I'll save that for another post. But let me just say this. The only constant in business is change. Leaders with the greatest impact are those who are agile, not rigid. They're open to pivoting their approach in response to certain market trends, different technology advancements, or just simply team feedback. Your impact is a journey that is filled with opportunities and moments of reflection. I want you to embrace it. I want you to watch how your influence expands, how you inspire those around you, like to go to the next level. If you want to go deeper on this topic, I invite you to invest in yourself and join our leadership community. You can expand your impact faster when you surround yourself with like-minded souls who are also struggling with the same things that you are. Our LXU community is a place for business leaders like yourself who want to elevate their brand, scale their influence, and accelerate their impact. If that interests you, if that just tugged at your heart there, guess what? This is the community you need to be part of. And the best part of this is it's extremely affordable and it's risk-free. I included a link in the description if you want to elevate your game. Okay, if you like what I shared today, do me a favor, give it a thumbs up, drop a comment below, and of course subscribe, because each week I'm sharing content to help you and your team embrace change, focus your efforts, and accelerate results. Remember this, you're just one idea away. We'll talk to you soon.